Test 1, 2, test. Hi, everybody. Welcome inside the final game of our weekend, the third place game between the Moose and the Walleye, along with Todd Grover and Patrick Olia, the final game of our weekend. Glad you could be along with us. As the Moose control the opening face-off. Goes down to the near side by Madison Morrell. Now back out at neutral, and the Walleye able to push it back in deep. Now the Moose come in 3-on-1. But a good job by the one to get in front there. That was Elizabeth Hamill, who got in the way of that 3-on-1. Played it perfectly as the Walleye push it back deep into the Moose zone. And then just out front, whiffing on that was Claire Sondral. Minute gone by here in the first period. No score. The Walleye and the Moose. The Moose with it. They work their way up ice, and they'll dump it in deep and change. 14:37 to go here in the first period. No score between the Moose and the Walleye. Play stopped, 14:15 to go here in the first period. And a penalty here against the Moose. Sydney Leonard will take the face-off against Sawyer Fleming, and the Moose control the face-off. So the Walleye on the power play. As play stopped with the frozen puck, 14:01 to go first period, no score. 1:46 to go in the power play. Moose control the face-off once again. Here comes out front, shot, score! It's a power play goal for the Walleye. And they lead it 1-0 with 13:50 to go here in the first period. We get to the tail end of the shot and celebration there. Oh, that puts the Walleye up 1-0 here early in the game. It's 2 minutes and 10 seconds in. Got the face-off controlled by the Walleye. They'll play it in front of their bench. It's flipped down to the near side. The Moose back with it in their own zone. The Moose work their way through neutral ice. They'll dump it in. Madeline Morell. Down to the near side. "13 minutes to go here in the first period. It's dumped in deep. The Moose work their way in, whiffing on the shot as it's popped up and wide. It's poked up into the corner. It's cleared all the way down. And we'll have a face-off with 12:14 to go here in the first period off the icing, deep in the Walleye zone. Face-off controlled by the Moose, and then tipped out into the neutral zone by the Walleye. Into the offensive zone ahead of 3 Moose, and then a backhand shot pushed wide by number 9, Kaylee Koopman, as the Moose regroup, and they'll push it back into the Walleye zone. We pass the 4-minute mark here of this first period. As the Moose have this one pushed down deep. .11:39 to go in the first period. Another icing call. Face-off controlled and then tipped up in front of the goaltender. Kayla Simonson. As the Walleye quickly back into the offensive zone. Backhand shot just pushed wide. Now the Moose will look to break out as a result. There's an open net and then whiffing on it. They score! Not quite sure how that one ended up getting through because I saw a player whiff on it. It was the initial shot, the rebound was whiffed on, and then somehow it ended up in the net. But regardless, it's 1-1 now with 11:11 to go here in the first period. Here are the Walleye controlling in their own zone. It's played in deep by the Moose. 10:30 to go here, 10:50 rather to go here in the first period. The Walleye play behind their own net. They'll play back up to the far side. Walleye in the blue and gold with the white numbers. The Moose in the red and black. The shot in on Simonson. And to slide that one in was Edlund. In the offensive zone come the Moose. The Moose able to take it back the other way. Now the Walleye back with it once again. A couple of players colliding as the puck ends up in icing with 9:32 to go here in the first period. 5-2 shots on goal in favor of the Moose. Face off loose in the circle. Now poked up to the far side. The Moose just missing out front. They poke it back down to the end boards. We hit the 7-minute mark of the first period. 1-1 tie game. We'll play it down to the near side. The Walleye pick it up behind their own net. The takeaway and a save by Simonson on the shot. Moose have done a good job of generating some of those really quick, unexpected chances. And they get a offside call here and a face-off with 8:24 to go in the first period. 1-1, the Moose and the Walleye. The Moose control the face-off. They will push it up the near side boards. Go off the end boards. Shot on the trailing attempt. A good job there by the Moose. Under 8 minutes to go here in the first period. It's 7-3 shots on goal in favor of the Moose. The puck is loose. The Walleye able to play it deep. We'll go for an icing, so there'll be a face-off with 7:25 to go in the first period. It's a 1-1 tie game. Off the face-off. from the Walleye into the offensive zone. Elizabeth Hamill as it's sent up through the blue. We pass the 9-minute mark of the first period. It's a 1-1 tie game. The Moose have had a lot of good opportunities. Simonson's been good in goal once again. Moose goaltender Shannon Garrity. The Moose possessing in their own zone. This is on the near side boards. It's brought in by the Moose, or rather by the Walleye. And the Moose back to pick it up now in their own zone. It'll be played off the end boards for an icing and a face-off deep in the Moose zone. 6:02 to go in the first period. .5:45 to go, first period, and now we'll have another icing call and a face-off deep in the Walleye zone. Pushed into the Moose zone. Seven 3 shots on goal. If that centering feed is deflected away by the Moose, it'll be picked up behind the Moose net. Flip back out to neutral ice. The Moose trying to push it ahead. The Walleye able to get it back into the offensive zone with Maggie Albers, and her shot is held onto by Garrity with 4:58 to go in the first period. Moose control behind their own net. The Walleye end up with it. They'll play it over to the near side corner to the point, and it's deflected out into the neutral zone, where the Walleye back to pick it up. And the backhand pass up ahead. The Walleye now firmly regain control in the neutral zone. They'll dump it deep into the Moose zone as it works its way up into the corner. 4:17 to go in the first period. A shot that's saved by Garrity. Trickles down to the near side circle. Three on two for the Moose in the offensive rush. The Walleye play it down for an icing, and we'll have a face-off with 3:36 to go here in the first period. It's a 1-1 game. Whiffing on that shot, it ends up off the as the Moose play it deep. A breakaway into the offensive zone for Brendan, and she goes to the backhand, and it's saved. Sydney Leonard. Floats through the corner. Now the Moose will break out in an odd player rush. They're trying to play tic-tac-toe, but a good job by the Walleye to disrupt that. And a shot in on Simonson will be held on to. .245 to go here in the first period. It's a 1-1 tie game. .215 to go in the first period. A shot that'll go wide. Under 2 minutes to go in the period. It's 1-1 between the Walleye and the Moose in the third place game. Up front, they score! Is Madison Sukup able to score on the centering feed? And that puts the Walleye ahead 2-1 with 1:32 to go here in the first period. The puck is pushed into the Walleye zone. So the Walleye back on top 2-1. The teams alternating goals. It's played down deep into the Moose zone. Moose trying to get to it first. 1 minute to go in the first period. Into the offensive zone again come the Walleye. It's pushed up into the corner. .20 seconds to go in the period. .10 seconds left. And it's the Moose able to cover it up. Garrity on top of it with 4.5 to go here in this first period. The Walleye leading the Moose 2-1. Now without the face-off, we come to the end of the first period. Very evenly played game, but the Walleye able to get the 2 goals, and they will take a 2-1 lead into the first intermission timeout. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. Welcome back as we are almost 2.5 minutes now into the second period. A minute to go in the power play for the Moose. 13:20 to go in the second period. The Walleye putting on some good short-handed pressure. The Moose carry it around their net. Sent up to the far side, into the neutral zone. Nine shots on goal apiece now. We're going to get a stoppage here with 12:41 to go in the second period. They had another penalty coming here against the Moose, so that'll end their power play. So it'll be about a 15 seconds of 4-on-4 and then a minute 45 of Walleye power play. As Morgan Mitchell takes the penalty. Played along back into the Walleye zone. The power play comes to, or the 4-on-4 I should say, comes to an end. Minute 45 of Walleye power play, but before that can happen, we'll have a offside call and a neutral zone face-off. 12:25 to go in the second period. It's a Walleye into the offensive zone, shoot a puck over the net. With a circle. The Walleye carry it around the net. The shot through traffic as Garrity knocks it down. Remains in play. Minute to go in the power play. .50 seconds to go in the power play. .30 seconds in the power play as the Walleye regain the offensive zone. Turnaround shot. It's loose in front of Garrity as the Moose able to poke it down to the near side. 20 seconds to go now in the power play. 10:57 in the period. It's a shot through the 5-hole. They score. It's a power play goal for Aaron Poloni. It's 3-1 Walleye. You see that shot that I think one of the Walleye players working at the screen just kind of stepped out of the way, and suddenly there was the puck, and it was too late for Garrity to do anything about it. Now 12-9, shots on goal in favor of the Walleye with 10:44 to go in the second period. Played in the circle. Shot wide. It'll come in on Garrity after all, and she'll hold on. 10:27 to go here in the second period. Off the face-off, it's pushed around the Moose net. It's cleared out. It'll be an icing call against the Moose with 10:15 to go in the second period. 3-1, Walleye leading. Long shot. The Moose carry it in. That's a shot that's steered aside. 9:50 to go here in the second period. 3-1 Walleye. Recently the power play goal by Poloni. The Walleye in the offensive zone once again. There's a shot that's saved. Back come the Moose through the neutral zone. Lay it up ahead. There's a shot that's steered aside by Simonson. Moose back to pick it up in their own zone. They'll play it up to the far side. 9 minutes to go. It's played from the point. It was knocked down in the circle from the Moose. In the offensive zone with Mitchell. It's intercepted and cleared out by the Walleye. They were trying to get the stretch pass going, but it was out of reach and will result in an icing. We'll have a face-off with 8:30 to go here in the second period. The face-off is flipped up into the Moose zone. Backhand shot saved Garrity. Rebound taken by the Moose. We reach the midpoint of the second period. Shot in, and this play is stopped on the shot attempt with 7:49 to go here in the second period. And a penalty against the Walleye. Not the face-off, controlled by the Moose. The stretch pass into the neutral zone. It's played the other way, picked up by the Walleye. And Grace Bickett into the offensive zone quickly. Again, the Walleye, a shot over the net. 1:30 to go here in the power play. It turned out to be non-simultaneous minors. I'm not quite sure what you would call that. Well, they suddenly put a penalty up on the board. There's another one up there. I don't know if it's a 2 and 10 perhaps. We don't have a PA announcer here, so I think it's just kind of best guess. Officials will have a conversation about it now. Face off, poked into the Moose zone. With a backhand shot off a turnover as Garrity holds on to it. As Sidney Leonard came up with the puck. Down to the near side. Moose get it out to neutral. It's played along the near side boards. Moose will gain the offensive zone. A minute 30 of power play time to go for the Moose. The battle continues along the near side boards, and now the Moose able to come out with it. Loose in front, and the Walleye come out. They'll work their way through neutral ice into the offensive zone as Bickett. As Garrity holds on, 6:20 to go here in the second period. It's 3-1. The Walleye with the lead over the Moose. Ready to resume play, 6:20 to go in the second period. Now a minute to go in the power play, 3-1, Walleye leading. So under 6 minutes to play here in the second period. We'll have our resurface following. The shot that'll go wide. That's working her way through the slot. That was Grace McCoshen. That one is blocked. The Moose able to maintain the offensive attack as shot rebounds off of Simonson. She's able to get on it. 5:27 to go here in the second period. Comes down through the corner. Moose play it back around. Power play is over. 5:15 to go in the second period. Walleye end up with the puck. Stretch pass into the offensive zone. Breakaway attempt, shooting, and nice save by Garrity, protecting the 5-hole well on the shot by Madison Sukup, who has the power play goal earlier. 5:02 to go here in the second period. It's back out at neutral ice. As the Walleye play this one through neutral. .4:15 to go in the second period. 3-1. Walleye leading the Moose. We at the 12-minute mark. 3-1. An icing call there. We'll have a face-off with 3:43 to go in the second period. (17-11) shots on goal in favor of the Walleye. Shot somehow Simonson on her back, able to come up with it, and there's some pushing and shoving after the play. Likely some penalties to be coming out of this. Maggie Albers, I think, will be the only one to take a penalty. .335 to go, second period. It'll be a power play for the Moose. As the Walleye control the face-off, they'll work it around their own net. Walleye take possession deep in their own zone. They'll play it through the corner, ends up on the far side boards. A stretch pass that'll bound its way all the way down. It'll end up on goal, so we'll have a face-off deep in the Moose zone with 3:01 to go in the period. 1:26 in their power play. .245 to go in the period, 1:10 in the power play. The Moose come up with it. 2:30 now to go. The Moose will play it in deep, work its way up into the corner. That is held in on the point by Chloe Wong. Wong back in the slot. Go down to the near side to Hunst. Hunst take a shot that's blocked. They try to slide it through. The rebound just caroms out safely in terms of the Walleye. It's back out at neutral. It's played in deep. 13 seconds in the power play, 1:45 in the period. As Wong will work her way back to track it down. It's the power play about to come to an end. 1:35 to go here in the second period. Both teams now at full strength. The Walleye get it out to neutral. About to go under a minute to play here in the second period. Walleye holding on to a 2-goal lead at 3-1. Under a minute to play. The shot that'll go wide down to the near side. Deflected up into the board, 30 seconds to go. Moose looking to put something on the board late. We're trying to get the stretch pass going as we're under 20 seconds to go. Ten seconds to play. Backhand shot, and they just missed, trying to tap it in. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that'll take us to the end of the second period. As the Moose got some good opportunities late, but the Walleye maintain the 3-1 lead. We're going to take our resurfacing intermission to come back in about 10, 12 minutes. Everybody, welcome back as we're about to get the third period underway in the consolation game between the Walleye and the Moose. The Walleye leading 3-1 after 2 periods. 15:53 to go in regulation and counting. Play at neutral ice is carried into the Moose zone. Garrity is going to have to knock down that long, awkward shot and hold on. 15:26 to go in regulation, and a face-off coming in the Moose zone. Off the face-off, the Walleye control as they get it down low, and then it's tipped. Maybe a little bit of too many cooks in the kitchen there, because there were several different Walleye players positioned in front of the net, and I think some of them didn't know what the other ones were doing. And the puck ends up tipping harmlessly wide after that. 1 minute gone by here in the final period, 3-1, Walleye leading. There's a shot that's tipped up over the net with the pad. 20-13, shots on goal in favor of the Walleye. Back out at neutral ice, the Moose end up with it. It's taken away now by the Walleye. They will carry it into the offensive zone. Down to the near side. The Moose gain the offensive zone. That shot blocked. It'll work its way around the corner. Right back to the point, able to be held in by Hunst. Hunst will push it toward the corner. There it gets by Delaney Fleming. But the Moose again able to hold. Now back out toward neutral. Played in deep by the Moose, where the Walleye now play it from behind their own net. 13:40 and counting. It was a turnover, a shot snagged with the glove by Simonson. It was a turnover and then a quick shot from Capri Meyer. Simonson able to snag it and hold on. 13:39 to go here in the third period. Played off the end boards. Down to the near side and played in deep by the Walleye. We passed the 3-minute mark here of the third period. 3-1, the Walleye leading. The final game of the weekend. A wraparound shot that might have hit the side of the net. It's tipped off down to the near side. That's played by the Moose off the face-off. Backhand shot, and that'll go just off the side of the net. As that one unable to be held in by the Walleye. The Moose will play it from deep in their own zone. We passed the 4-minute mark of the third period. Walleye leading 3-1. Walleye led 1-0, then it was tied at 1, and then the Walleye have scored the next 2. No scoring thus far here in the third period. It's flipped down toward the Moose zone. Moose quickly race their way. There's a shot that's blocked. Second chance. Wow, what an effort there by Michaela Moran. It's flipped in deep by the Walleye. Moose will play it from deep in their own zone. 11 minutes to play in regulation. They trail 3-1. The Moose trying to push it ahead. Shot that poked away with the stick. .10:36 to go in regulation. 3-1, the Walleye leading the Moose. Moose break out back the other way, but a good job by the Walleye to generate a turnover. It's Madison Sukup who has one of the 3 goals. Was briefly able to gain control of it for the Walleye. It ends up back in the Walleye zone. For a shot from the point, and deflected all the way down by the Walleye. It'll be an icing call, so we'll have a face-off deep in the Walleye zone with 9:44 to go. It's played around off the face-off. 9:35 to go here in the third period. The Walleye get it out to neutral. Front of the Walleye bench. Pushed back ahead by the Walleye. Walleye controlling now at neutral as we pass the 7-minute mark of the final period. The Walleye leading the Moose 3-1. The shot that's saved by Garrity. The Moose pick it up in the corner. Into the offensive zone come the Moose. Look, that might have been a little bit of a missed opportunity there. The Walleye able to poke it away, as it looked like Moran might have had a good run at the net, but unfortunately not quite able to get going in the direction that I think she wanted to. Well, the puck trickling into the Moose zone. Breakaway attempt for the Walleye. Shooting and saved by Garrity. They blew it dead. The puck was not frozen. As Lauren Edlund caught up to that loose puck. It's held in at the blue line. Under 8 minutes to go. We're going to get a penalty coming here with 7:50 to go. It'll be a slashing call. Going to be against the Moose. It's going to be a 2-minute penalty kill that they're going to have to get through. They're already down by 2 goals. It's work behind the Moose net. Minute 30 to go in the power play, 7:20 in the game. The Moose get it out to neutral ice, and they'll push this one ahead. It'll work its way ahead of Poloni. Poloni, who has a goal tonight as well. Minute to go in the power play as the Walleye into the offensive zone. The shot that'll go wide. As the Moose dump it back in deep, 6:20 to go in regulation, 30 seconds in the power play. Six minutes to go in regulation. 10 seconds in the power play for the Walleye. As it's cleared out, and that'll be the end of the power play. Moose back at full strength, but just 5:45 remaining. This play is going to be stopped with 5:32 to go. .5:10 to play. The Walleye with it deep in their own zone. They play it around to the near side. And they will play it along into the offensive zone. That centering feed poked away by the Moose. It ends up on the end boards. The Walleye end up with it once again. It was played in deep. About to go under 4 minutes to go as the Walleye will bring it into the offensive zone. A shot that's saved by Garrity and held on to, an 11 offensive zone face-off for the Walleye. 3:55 remaining. They're now out shooting 25-15. But that feed from the corner goes off the side of the net. There's a stretch pass into the offensive zone for the Moose. The Walleye back to cut that one off. There's a shot that's saved. Second chance then pushed up into the corner. Michaela Moran making that play happen. Here come the Walleye into the offensive zone. A nice job to poke that one away by McCoshen. We go under 3 minutes to play. The Walleye push it up the near side. Puck tied up in the corner in the Moose zone as it's played around to the near side. Two minutes to play. .128 to play now. The Moose able to hold the zone, desperately needs something. Empty net now at the Moose end. As the Walleye will play it around in their zone. Moose again 6 on 5, 1:13 to play. Moose poke it back up to the far side boards. It'll work its way through the corner. And tied up on the end boards. There are 3 Walleye and 1 Moose, and now another Moose joining in. Under a minute to play. As the shot toward the net is blocked. With 50 seconds to play. Now 40 seconds left. Their empty net. Moose able to hold. And now cleared out to neutral. 30 seconds to play. Moose back to pick it up as it's at neutral. Moose looking very discombobulated, unsure about how to try to break out. We'll play stop with 22.3. And the Moose are going to take their timeout. They trail 3-1 with an empty net, 22.3 seconds to play. It'll be a neutral zone face-off outside of the Moose zone, so the goaltender will come back into the net for the moment. 22.3 to play. 3-1, the Walleye leading. The Moose breakout. The extra attacker coming back on for the Moose as we're under 10 seconds to play. He's getting tied up on the far near side of the net. Kicks back out to the slot. Shot through traffic is knocked down, and that'll do it. The Walleye defeat the Moose 3-1, and they win the third place title here at the Tier 1 Championships this weekend, the 14U division. Congratulations to the Walleye as well as the Moose on a good weekend, to all the teams who participated. Hope everybody had a fun weekend watching us. For Todd, for Pete, for everybody who stuck around this weekend. We will talk to you next time from an arena near you.